Howdy, everybody on Patreon.
Hello. We're coming at you from a crazy household.
It's been pretty crazy.
It's beyond multi-directional whatever we're doing. It's just kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean, we've had like a full house. Graduation was in Bozeman.
Yeah.
The university had graduation, and it always gets busy here for graduation, so we've been dealing with that. And then just other things too. How much you can decide how much of that we can share or not.
I would just say it was a crazy situation, and that's enough. A close friend who had like a crazy thing going on, and I tried to help out, and it was bizarre.
And it was kind of driving a wedge between us,
Yeah.
to be honest, because we had different views on how to handle the situation. But it was an intense situation, and it's like it's not our spot to necessarily
Expose it.
At least right now, we don't think it's a good idea.
In a few years, maybe in a book or something.
Yeah. But yeah, it was definitely a
God.
crazy experience. But what else is going on? You got your sleep study done?
I got my sleep study done, and I didn't flip over on my back because I intentionally didn't sleep on my back. I thought they were going to let me sleep until I woke up, but they woke me up at 6 o'clock, so I didn't ever actually intend to sleep on my back, and that was a mistake because I had no episode during the night. And I know it only happens when I'm on my back.
Or when you're probably not getting the sleep study.
Yeah, when I'm not getting the sleep study.
That cannot be an accurate way to measure whether or not you have sleep apnea by measuring one night.
Yeah.
Because every night you have different sleep patterns. Like sometimes, like last night, you were snoring on your side.
I was? On my side?
Like right away you went into a snore. I was like, he's snoring, obviously.
I was asleep, so I didn't know.
And sometimes you do have like symptoms of sleep apnea.
Yeah, I know I do, but I think the deal is mine is mild enough that I don't think it needs a machine. I don't need a CPAP machine. It's not like I'm constantly, my breath cutting off during the night, probably unless I'm on my back. And if I hold the pillow or hold you and sleep on my side, then I'm probably okay. I'm not going to die in my sleep from sleep apnea.
Did you even hold me last night?
Yeah.
I held you last night.
We held each other. You flipped, I flipped. We get back.
We trade off.
Yeah. So, but I do have like a small amount of restless leg syndrome, which he had told me I have. And it's like, I don't know. But.
Yeah, he claws me, remember? He was like, he takes his nails and he literally claws me. Like, it actually gets annoying.
But you claw through the sheet.
That was you.
That was you.
Well, I mean, this test kind of proves it was you.
No, just because I might have mild restless leg syndrome and you haven't had a test doesn't mean you don't have massive restless leg syndrome because we haven't had you tested. So it's not pointing to me necessarily. There's two people with feet. There's 4 feet at the end of the bed, so unless both bodies with those feet are tested, we'd never know whose feet are doing that.
You think it's really my feet or my whole body? I roll over.
Well, that's it.
I have restless
body
body syndrome.
Yeah.
Restless body syndrome.
Yeah. So anyway, but we're just still looking at how we're gonna do the summer here and make big changes. And
we honestly we need changes.
We need changes in our life.
We're privileged to have a house. We're privileged to have a house. We're privileged to have a roof over our head, but running the bed and breakfast is not something we want to do forever.
No.
It's so much work, and it's been too much. Just too much over the years.
Yeah, we're at the point where we want to change our life and go to maybe not a tiny house, although I would consider it for a time being, transition, see how we do in that close, but more of a
small
smaller
house, like 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. That way we can still have a guest, and it's not so tiny that you can't have any space or any kind of books or anything, because we have lots of books up here.
I have lots of books. I'm a book whore. I'll do any book.
I mean, your books are not going to fit in a tiny house.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to figure out something a little bit bigger. But we also want to cut ties with your business partner.
Yeah, it's just, it's time. It's most people when they do split from a relationship, they split. And it's tough for people that then own a business together, and we still haven't done that aspect of it. It would just be something to clean up in my life so we could put ours together.
Yeah.
So,
it does kind of drive a wedge between us, even though I still tell you all the time, I'm like, hey, things are tough, but I still love you and I still want to be with you.
Yeah.
I do tell you that.
I just need to do some house cleaning.
I do tell you that.
Yeah.
Because things get tough, and sometimes communication gets weak between us, and
Like falls
emotions
apart.
get heightened, and we say stuff we don't mean to. But at the end of the day, it's like I still love you.
Yeah, no, I still love you. So we just have to tidy some ends, some big loose ends. Yeah, in my life, because I have more things that are connected than you do.
More baggage.
More,
My
I have
mother
more
said
baggage.
that. Seriously, my mother gave me this advice. She's like, when you love somebody older, they either come with kids or they come with baggage.
I have no kids. Guess what I got?
You got baggage. You got exes. You got lots of exes.
And all my exes aren't in Texas.
Even though some of them are from Texas.
Yeah. So.
I think that's just about it. What else? I'm just trying to catch it. I've been going to the gym a lot.
I'm still working on an environmental preservation project here, which we'll share, what's coming with that pretty soon with you.
And
It's getting
why
really,
we're
really
holding
close.
back. We're holding back just because that's kind of the rules that they've set within their organization.
Yeah.
They don't want to share it for a little while, so
Well,
just
we're
trying to
actually
respect that.
at not the silent part of this thing now. We're at the quiet part of a campaign, I guess, where we're just letting folks know it. But I'd rather do a whole thing on that, where we've got, some photos or videos of the area and everything, because we can do that now. But I want to do it right, but then later we end up going into the what do you call it? The
Public?
fundraising,
Okay.
campaign part of it. That will come in months from now.
And honestly, that's where he spends most of his time if he's not doing the bed and breakfast.
Yeah.
So YouTube,
But it's good because it's something I've wanted to do for 20 years in Bozeman, and it's doing.
and it's your passion anyways.
It's my passion.
So
Yeah.
that's just about it, I think.
Yeah. That's kind of the wrap up on our lives.
Oh, I was going to the gym a lot and I got shredded.
He got shredded.
That's something I was focusing on. It kind of helps me get my mind off all the chaos that's going on. So I just got as shredded as I could be, and now I'm eating a lot more carbs again.
Yeah.
But
I was just thinking for a while there, we could have been known as the House of Chaos.
oh, it was so. I wish we could say what was going on, because it would be.
It would be YouTube worthy.
It is YouTube worthy. Maybe we'll be able to in the future. I think we should. I'll probably push for it, and just we'll change.
It would have to be a long time in the future, I think.
But if we change some key details, I think it might actually help.
At some point in the future, I think it might be appropriate then. Right now, I think it's not.
Because if you want to know what's really been going on, that's what was going on. And it honestly caused a lot of arguments between us, and a big wedge between us.
Yeah.
Like a huge wedge between us. And I was just,
Yeah.
I was having trouble sleeping because of it. And I didn't want to film YouTube because of it. This was kind of a bigger deal than, we're laughing and stuff, but it was kind of a big deal, honestly.
Well, when things are so crazy that you don't know how to deal with it, that's the way I deal with it. I end up laughing because I don't know which other way to direct things. That, like tears, fears, breakdown, get in a slobbering heap in the middle of the floor. I don't know. No, I'd rather laugh. So.
It made me actually feel depressed. And
Oh yeah, he's been in major depression.
it was a deep thing, though. It's not. If you knew what was going on, you would understand that. Okay, that's pretty deep. I can understand why that would be tough to take.
Yeah.
It was a tough situation.
There's no
And
question about it.
It was crazy.
And here we are, smiling and laughing.
Well, what I wanted to do mainly was just get on YouTube and vent about it. Because I was like, I have a YouTube channel. I want to make a video, and this is the only thing that's on my mind. But it's but I can't.
Yeah.
And then it's well, then how am I? It's I can't even think of other videos because this is going on in my life so hardcore right now, and it's influencing everything. We're changing everything about our life right now for this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's and I can't even talk about it.
Yeah.
And that makes me feel like I can't make a video.
Yeah.
I'm stuck.
Yeah.
So this is the video to try to get rid of the stuck.
Yeah.
Try to actually feel like I'm being productive again, because I love being productive.
Yeah. And you were being productive.
I was being
until
productive.
this crazy ball landed in our court.
And it was,
And I hit it back.
and I was, that was kind of what the argument is. We had talked about this months prior, and I was like, I don't want to be involved, and he wanted,
I didn't want to be involved either.
but you made the choice to be involved. And I was like, oh man, and I didn't want to be. I made that clear.
No.
So we had like a difference of opinion on how to handle a situation. It was a test.
Yeah.
But we still love each other right this moment.
We still love each other at this moment. Just right at this moment.
No, because we're like seriously thinking about like moving on, and I'm looking at like houses all the time. You haven't had a chance to look with me as much.
No, because I've been busy with this other for like, what is this, about a week and a half? Almost 2 weeks now?
Yeah.
Almost. Well, today's Monday. It was almost 2 weeks. Tuesday. Almost 2 weeks. Tomorrow will be 2 weeks that we've been dealing with that. Yeah. And it was supposed to be like 2 days. 2 days. It's now been 2 weeks. And it's not over yet.
But on the good note, like
It's about to be.
if we do get a chance to move on from this bed and breakfast, which we hope we do,
Yeah.
we are looking at small houses.
Yeah.
And maybe even like storage container houses. They're really cool. Some of them are really cool. You have to like look through the Google searches because like seriously, some are not as cool and some are just really interesting.
Yeah, I would never thought that I would consider it. But now, like looking at some of them, it's like, that's pretty darn cool. Yeah. And just something that somehow we could generate that you didn't have to do a whole lot of maintenance to. That's a big thing for life in the future for both of us, I think. Fewer connections as far as things that have to be tended to.
And
would be
smaller.
what I'd want.
And smaller.
Well, that's
Like-
fewer. It's cutting everything down.
Because when you have a bed and breakfast with 9 rooms and 12 bathrooms, you understand it's like, I'm sick and tired of cleaning. Like, I'm done cleaning. It's so much house.
That's enough turds for a week.
Yeah, it's so much house. And then this is a Victorian house, too. So it is over 100 years old. So there's a lot of painting and maintenance. And it's just a lot. And it can be so time consuming. It's a great passion for a while, but it's not the only thing I ever want to do with my life.
Yeah.
I want to try other things, too. And I think you're in the same boat.
Yeah, we want to travel. That's the big thing. And I think if we could free ourselves up from things that keep you in one place, that we could do YouTube traveling and hit other spots and see cool places and do cool things. I mean, you could spend a lifetime here in Montana doing cool things, and we don't even get to that right now. So,
Yeah. But the shipping container houses and then prefab houses. And prefab houses, do not think of like trailers because that's not the thing. These are like modern, eco-friendly prefab houses that have like solar panels and like rooftop gardens, and some of them are awesome.
yeah.
These are like kind of modern buildings
And you can do them much less expensive. So,
because they're made in a factory and you don't have to like hire construction crews and all that. So,
yeah.
but yeah, that's kind of what's been going on in our life in a nutshell. Hopefully we can give you details in the future. You might not want to, but I want to.
Well,
They got us involved. Like
yeah.
we can change names, and we don't have to say anything
Well,
that
at
would be
some
incriminating.
point, at some point in the future, when it's kind of like so passe that it's done, it will make a good story.
It involves legal terms, and it involves like the law and even felonies and stuff. So it's more that could be anything, but it's
Yeah.
pretty intense. So yeah, that's why it's harder to talk about.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, we love you guys. Thank you guys for supporting us. This was kind of like a rant, but we needed to do it, and I wanted to catch up with y'all. And thank you guys for supporting this channel. It means everything.
yeah. Thank you.
Love you.